Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Brogley, co-advisor to the C. Milton Wright National Honor Society, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's virtual induction ceremony. While we certainly all wish we could be inside this lovely facility celebrating it in person, this will have to do for now as we continue to commit to keeping everybody safe while still commemorating your great accomplishments in the midst of this pandemic. Tonight we're going to honor 76 new inductees to the C. Milton Wright National Honor Society, as well as a bit of farewell to the class of 2021 and thank them for their accomplishments. We'll also inaugurate 4 new highly touted officers who will help us get through these challenging times. Of course, all of the students who are eligible for the National Honor Society have exhibited strength in 4 major pillars: scholarship, leadership, service, and character, themes that will be embedded throughout our presentation here tonight. We hope that you and your families will enjoy it, and for a little bit more about those 4 major pillars that students need and exhibit inside of the NHS, I'll turn things over to my co-advisor, Mrs. Elizabeth Larson.
The National Honor Society is the premier recognition organization in the United States. It upholds 4 pillars which are its foundation and guiding principles. Scholarship is reflected by your academic achievements and your drive to challenge yourself in rigorous classes. Leadership is helping yourselves and others do the right things. You inspire vision and you set direction. Service is your capacity to do work for others while receiving no compensation and no recognition. Selfless service. Character is consistently demonstrating integrity, loyalty, and kindness when you think no one is watching. Congratulations. We know that you will continue to promote the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character as members of the National Honor Society at C. Milton Wright High School.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Larson. And now, a few words from the principal of C. Milton Wright High School, Ms. Erica Harris.
Service, character, scholarship, and leadership are the 4 tenets of the National Honor Society, but they're also the cornerstones of secondary education and C. Milton Wright High School. Aspiring to be an active member of the National Honor Society is a sign that you aspire to be the type of person that enhances and improves their community. C. Milton Wright is an amazing school because you make it amazing. Your service, scholarship, and leadership contribute to our school community and the community at large. And those behaviors are indicative of your character. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service to others." We learn and grow and become better humans as we serve our community and our peers. Being an NHS member is about more than filling your resume, being a better applicant for college, or wearing a stole at graduation. It's about leaving C. Milton Wright, your community, better than when you arrived. I believe that you can do that. Congratulations on your induction, and thank you for your contributions, previous, present, and in the future.
Thank you so much, Ms. Harris. And now, of course, part of the tradition of a C. Milton Wright NHS induction ceremony has been the ceremonial presentation of the senior sashes for the graduating class. Of course, we won't be able to physically put those all on at the same time this year. We do want to recognize the senior class of the class of 2021, and we will share information with you very soon on how to obtain your sash. Let's take a look at the list of NHS seniors who will be graduating this year.
And a huge congratulations to the 63 members of the 2021 C. Milton Wright senior class who will graduate with their sash representing their time and commitment to the National Honor Society. Please stay tuned soon for information on how you can receive your senior sash, and thank you for your commitment to the NHS. And now introducing the 2020 inductees to the C. Milton Wright National Honor Society. I hereby affirm that these students have met all of the requirements of scholarship, leadership, service, and character needed to become an inductee in the C. Milton Wright chapter of the NHS. Colleen Ashwell. Reese Baldwin. Kara Bauer, Alexis Berry, Bella Berthe, Kaylee Blair, Catherine Bodner, Bridgette Carven, Hannah Chan, Arya Chaudhari, Jiashu Chen, Pedong Chen, Aaron Cowie, Haley Cullum, Emily Cushner, Megan Davis, Cassidy Diamond, Ian Doherty, Emma Donoram, Quinn Donoram, Jason Draper, Connor Fantom, Hannah Fender, Amanda Gerber, Cameron Glass, Caitlin Goldberg, Matthew Grifasi, Quentin Hatfield, Sydney Hines, Renee Hummel, Carson James, Mia Jankowiak, Kylie Johnson, Lydia Kendzierski, Kevin Kilchenstein, Caroline Kirby, Jonathan Klein, Kaylee Core, Morgan Kovacic, Sarah Cradell, Samantha Kolaga, Danielle Lambert, Bane Landreth, Caitlin Lavella, Isabella Leone, Kendall Lepp, Olivia Levy, Brennan Lawrence, Sean Luke, Anna Lilo, Megan Martin, Anthony Marzullo, Megan McGinnity, Emily Modell, Kevin Morris, Olivia Moskunas, Thomas Murray, Elaine Nguyen, Connor Pavlitsa, Taylor Rager, Kristen Rainwater, Robert Samuel, Madison Sims, John Skinner, Andrew Tenaglia, Madison Tully, Grayson Van Bemmel, Liam Van Syckle, Josie Walsh. Kate Walsh. Maya Watts. Jonathan Wessel. Matthew Wessel. Sanaya Wiggins. Zachary Whitty. Serina Zhang. We would of course be remiss to not acknowledge a very special member of the Mustang family who made much of what we do at the National Honor Society possible over the last decade plus. A huge congratulations to a dear friend of mine and a dear friend of our community, Mr. Carl Holston, who retired just prior to the beginning of this school year. And if you thought that we could do an induction ceremony and not include Mr. Holston, well, you would be wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the keynote speaker for our induction address, Mr. Carl Holston.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mr. Carl Holston, and I have been the teacher sponsor for the National Honor Society since the beginning of the 2011 school year. I've been a social studies teacher at C. Milton Wright High School since the beginning of the 1986 school year, and my focus has been teaching American government, U.S. history, AP U.S. history, and as many of you know, AP Human Geography. Most of you probably don't know, though, that along the way I was a coach here for varsity wrestling, girls JV soccer, softball, and JV baseball, with a total of 23 different seasons coaching. For those of you who know Mr. Griffiths, his nickname for me has always been Coach. I'm sure that you're aware, however, that I made the decision to retire prior to the beginning of the current school year, and that the leadership of the National Honor Society will be in extremely capable hands of Mr. Mike Brogley and Mrs. Liz Larson. I was not able to close out this transition to retire in the way in which I would have wished. With the sudden closure of schools back in March, I was not able, for example, to say any final words with last year's seniors who have since graduated. As you all know, we were not able to have our induction ceremony in the spring, where we stopped for a moment to enjoy the successes we've had in our academic careers and the friendships that we've all had with each other. I think that all of us are experiencing a sense of loss because of circumstances beyond our control. However, perhaps it is teaching us to have a greater sense of appreciation for many of the things that we probably all had been taking for granted. Under those circumstances, I'm very appreciative that Mr. Brogley and Mrs. Larson provided the opportunity for me to speak with you this one last time, although it is not face to face. I know that it is something that I am missing very much. Mr. Brogley and Mrs. Larson have put in a lot of time to do this virtual induction ceremony on your behalf. So, where do I begin? It has been much more difficult for me to do this than I would have thought, because one of the things that all teachers do is talk to students. Regardless, this induction ceremony is about you and the celebration of the little victories that you've been accumulating and will continue to accumulate along the way as you journey in your own path of life. If you will permit me, I would like to use this time to tell you a little bit about my own path as it may apply to you, and I hope that you'll find it relevant and useful for your own purposes. I've always thoroughly enjoyed my time being a teacher and a coach at C. Milton Wright, and being a Mustang. Sure, there were some days when things did not go the way that I had hoped, and that there were those occasional students who managed to get under my skin that day, but I thoroughly enjoyed our school and being a teacher. Especially these past few years with my being involved with the NHS, I would tell other teachers like Mr. Brogley that I could not believe that I got paid to do a job that I love so much. Many adults will tell you, maybe even your parents, your occupation is not work if you love what you do. This goes back to when it first dawned on me that I wanted to become a teacher. I was in the 10th grade in a social studies class with a teacher that I appreciated and who inspired me. I really liked that class and the whole school environment thing in general. And from that point forward, I wanted more than anything else to be a social studies teacher and a coach. Just in case you were wondering, I was a member of my school's high school National Honor Society. I played on the sports teams, joined a club called the Future Teachers of America, and received a scholarship to attend Johns Hopkins University. Instead, I went to what used to be called Towson State Teachers College. When I went there, it was called Towson State College. It is now Towson University. But I went to Towson because this school took me to my destination of becoming qualified to be a social studies teacher in the state of Maryland. So, what's my point? Please make a wise choice when you pick your college. Many students over the years would tell me how quickly the time went by in high school. And now, those of you who are seniors are probably already in the process of applying to college next year. And you juniors are in the midst of starting to think of college as well. But first, please take a personal inventory and try to determine where your heart is and what you want to do. Make it a point of trying to know how you're wired. I knew that I wanted to be a teacher, and I chose my college accordingly. Over the years, I saw many seniors focus on picking a college or university before determining what they wanted when they came out at the other end. And I always thought that was backwards. My second point I would like to make is to make sure that you would take the time to build relationships and to appreciate those who are around you. Never take anyone for granted. You will remember your friends from school long after your days in a classroom come to an end. When I first started teaching, the message that all new teachers heard almost immediately was about the rules. I heard many times a teacher should never smile at students until November. That never struck me as being correct, but it took time and more experience to figure out that a classroom should be about relationships. I learned to smile on day one and keep smiling in a meaningful way every day in every class. I know that teachers are in a classroom to help their students to learn the content and to become better people, but I also know that students help me to become a better person. Like everyone else, I had those days where it was hard to drag myself out of bed in the morning. You know, those chilly winter mornings that makes it hard to get up. But by the time I would get to my classroom and my key would go into the lock of my door, and students started to show up saying good morning to everyone, getting the day started, more students arrived, more greetings, and it's going to be a good day. Those of you who know me by being in my class or passing by in the hallway know that I had much satisfaction from all the senior pictures of students that I taught over the years. And these pictures, and there were literally hundreds of them, were displayed on the walls surrounding my desk. Students like them and like you have made me a better person, which made me rich, not in terms of money, but in terms of having my life intersect with each of you. I've been able to keep informed regarding some of these students that I taught. And they've gone on to do some great things in their own careers, and many have become teachers like myself. I've also taught enough years at C. Milton Wright that I began to teach the children of some of my former students. And one former student is presently dating one of my daughters, while another one of these students that I taught, twice in fact, once in honors government and another time in AP US history, became my daughter-in-law. I realized that the current restrictions and the virus protocols have really upended our daily routines and made education much more challenging. But even so, it's so important to keep a healthy attitude and a positive outlook. Life is a journey, not a destination. Life has many stops along the way, many victories, and it also has some defeats. This may sound strange, but as a teacher, I never felt anything other than just being an older version of you. I am you, just older, and I never forgot that.
Thank you again, Mr. Holston. Your presence and words are always welcome, and we hope that those inspirational and encouraging words will be taken to heart by all of our viewers here tonight. Your commitment to our school, community, and National Honor Society will, of course, never be forgotten. It is around this time in an induction ceremony that a major portion of our ceremony is dedicated to the annual passing of the flame from the outgoing NHS officers to those who were newly elected. While those flames will not be physically lit this year, as everything else is being done virtually, we want to make sure that we recognize the importance of passing the baton from one set of officers to the next. In order to help us do that with some words of encouragement for all of our new inductees as well as for our newly elected officers, here is the Class of 2020 NHS President, Mr. Colin Gardner. Colin?
Hey guys, my name is Colin Gardner and I'm last year's NHS President. I just want to take this chance to congratulate all of our new members. Being inducted in NHS is a massive accomplishment, and it shows what will be a continuation of your service and your philanthropy through the next few years of your high school career. NHS is obviously a really big service organization. That's something that we're really proud of. Just this past year, even though we didn't have a full year, we were able to raise thousands of dollars that we donated to charities such as the ASPCA and Honest House. We were also able to give over 50 families a full Thanksgiving meal through a food drive. And it's just those kind of things that we would like to continue through this next year, even though we're going to have some hard times with COVID, of course. But I'm sure you guys will be able to figure out something to continue your service and get out in your community and help in the best ways you can. I also want to give a big shout out to Carl Holston. For those of you guys that don't know, he retired this past year, and he was one of the best teachers at C. Milton and one of the best that C. Milton will ever have. He is the best, and I just want to thank him for everything he did for NHS. Anyways, congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much, Colin, for taking time out of your busy schedule to wish our new inductees and our newly elected officers the best of luck with the challenges that they have before them. And Colin, thank you for being a fantastic NHS president, and we wish you the best of luck in college and your career endeavors. Last month, a great pool of candidates set forward to attempt to win elections for officer positions in the 2020-2021 NHS. Among this great pool of candidates, we are thrilled to announce that after returning seniors cast their ballots, these four wonderful young ladies were proclaimed the winners of each of the officer positions. President Maria Lindsay, Vice President Madison Remito, Administrative Coordinator Paige Mettinger, and Committees Coordinator Kristen Martin. Ladies, we know that you have the leadership skills needed to take us through this challenging but still very promising school year, and we're happy to follow your lead as we move forward with the challenges of the upcoming year. And now, as part of the tradition of the end of an NHS induction ceremony, our newly elected President Maria Lindsay will take us through our school NHS pledge. We ask that all new inductees and returning members follow along as President Maria Lindsay takes us through the pledge right now. Maria, take it away.
Please raise your right hand and recite our NHS pledge along with me by reading the pledge in the description section of this video. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Thank you.
Thank you, President Maria Lindsay, for taking us through that National Honor Society pledge. Your peers have elected you because they know that you model and exhibit all of the qualities of strong leadership that we are going to need to get through these trying and difficult times. May your historic election be a bridge that serves for opportunity for the many who will follow in your footsteps. We want to congratulate again everybody who was newly inducted into the National Honor Society tonight, as well as all of our seniors who will be coming down the pike of the final few months of their high school careers. Again, to the officers, we know that you're going to do a terrific job in helping us set forward in all of our goals and missions for this school year. It's, of course, going to be a challenging year, as we've alluded to many times in this video, but we have the will to get things done. We know that our community is hurting right now, and we have the student leadership to take on some of these massive projects that are going to be needed to heal the wounds that we're going to feel for quite some time. Folks, please be on the lookout in the coming weeks for communication about how all the new inductees can receive their certificates, as well as their membership cards and pins, and again, how seniors can obtain those coveted senior sashes to show off their commitment to the National Honor Society upon graduation. For my co-advisor, Miss Elizabeth Larson, our principal, Miss Erica Harris, and everyone who helped contribute to this tonight, thank you so much. Be well, stay healthy, have a fantastic evening.